It's Button Shy Week here at Bad Board Games, and we've got another short review for you.
And a short dog.
Hello!
Welcome to Bad at Board Games.
Well, he's Bad at Board Games.
I'm Brad Blake.
I'm Topher Ferguson.
And this is Izzy. And we're Bad at Board Games, so you don't have to be. Today, we're going to be talking about...
Revolver Noir, a new Button Shy game that was released this year, I believe, maybe the end of last year, 2022, 2023. This is a game by Xavier Davidson, published by Button Shy Games. A good 2-player. I think they do have rules up to maybe 3 or 4. We haven't played that yet. This is not a solo adventure game. This is definitely a competitive game. Think Clue with active murder.
Trying to kill the other guy.
Yes.
Or girl.
Or whoever it might be. Yes, with this game, you are in a mansion, in a house, and you and the other person are trying to sneak around this building. It's hidden movement, and you are trying to, in some way, shape, or form, kill off the other player. You can do that by shooting them, by setting traps and detonating them, or by some other things if you can figure it out throughout the game itself. But it is a hidden movement game that I find a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was really interesting. So you got this. You actually had to wait on your order because of this game, right?
Yeah.
So Toph put in an order of 4 or 5 of these, and this one wasn't quite out yet, and this was the pre-order, and so he wanted Sprawlopolis and all these others, and he's like, I'm waiting on this one, and we've played it, and it's unique. I will say that. So you've got all these different rooms, and you can see the map of the house that you're in, and you're trying to basically kill the other player, right? And they get 2 chances to get hit. So they're going to die if you hit them twice. And you can hit them with a trap, or you can hit them with a gun, and you get 2 action points. And if you're in a room, it tells you what other rooms you can go to. And so on this one, it says the hall and the foyer. So I decided to go to the foyer. I'm going to flip through here and put the foyer at the beginning. Toph doesn't know where I'm at, and then I could do something in the foyer. That's the whole game. And then you start to figure out, oh, I know that you did this action here because we have the same cards, so I know you must be in the foyer. So, you're trying to anticipate where they might go so that if you're there, then you can try to hit them with the gun or hit them with the trap or whatever. It's an interesting little puzzle. I liked it.
It is. This is one of the few Button Shy games that I've seen that does not have 2-sided cards. It is just your stack of cards. It's the same deck for both of us, so we know exactly what's going on in the rooms. And we are looking through them. Sometimes you have an added action ability you can do on your cards. Sometimes you can't, depending on the room you're in. You can do some pretty fun things, though. You can jump over the balcony. You can get extra action points by becoming energized in the kitchen. You can flood the basement. You can use a control panel to be able to set traps in different rooms. You can set a trap in the room that you are in. You can detonate a trap in another room. The game itself is going to kind of walk you through what you have to do in each of those movement points. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I kind of felt like it was Clue, but at the same time, I felt like I was actively trying to search for him, not just try to find out what happened where.
Yeah, it was. I didn't know what I was going to anticipate playing this game. And then as we started getting more and more into it, I'm like, okay, well, how do I get to the room he's in? Shooting takes 2 actions. You only get 2 actions in your turn. So that means you have to be in the room that they're kind of going to go to.
Or in an adjacent room. And it'll tell you on the cards where you can shoot from the vantage point that you're in the room.
Yeah. So you might be able to shoot down into the foyer from the balcony or something. So it was a fun puzzle, and I want to actively play it again. I thought it was pretty slick. So what do you think of weight rating?
This is not an overly complex game.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this somewhere about, I don't know,
1.5.
1.75 maybe. I don't know really. We don't play a lot of the very lightweight games to know what to compare them to necessarily. But yeah, probably somewhere between about a 1.5. Yeah, 1.75.
Yeah.
Yeah, the complexity is more the mental aspect of trying to remember where somebody is in the house, as opposed to how to play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the value rating, I'll probably cut this a little shorter than some of the others, but I'm partial to Button Shy games in general. So I see these at a $12 value. I usually lean these around a 4 out of 5, 5 being an excellent, amazing value, or 1 being a horrible, for the experience you're getting, bad. I think these $12 games, for me, are right at a 4. If you don't quite like the puzzle, you probably would value them at around a 3. But for $12, it's kind of hard to go wrong.
Yeah.
It really is.
I agree with that completely. I don't know if this is a game that I would do the print and play. Maybe you could. It is all black and white, so the artwork on it is pretty cool. And so print and play would be fine to probably print it at home, just throw them in sleeves. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. So I think this is newness bias, but my BGG rating on this, I kind of think this is a 7.5. I almost want to say 8, but I don't think it's an 8. Like I think it's fun. I think it's kind of gimmicky. I think you'll enjoy it, and then it might get old. But like it's fun. It's definitely worth that $12. Hey, let's kind of play this a couple times and see if I can get you best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Kind of play. I can definitely I like noir. The idea of noir, at least, in some movies and stuff. But I thought it was pretty slick.
One thing that I like about this game that's going to let me rate it probably a little bit higher is that you're not actually having to play on the table. Everything is in your hand. And so as you move through the game, you're moving the room you're going to at the top of the deck. When you set a trap, you're turning it sideways. When you set off that trap, you're putting it back right side up. So you're not having to have table space, which makes this a game that we can take anywhere and play. This is an easy game that you're not having to set out table space to be able to play. And it is a lot of fun. So fun. You said 7.5. Yep. You want to give it maybe an 8. Honestly, I'm at the same place for this. This is easily 7.5, pushing towards an 8. And maybe it is that newness. Maybe this is a game that Button Shy is going to be able to come out with some expansions, maybe different rooms to add into it or other conditions to be able to play. But I don't think I really need it. I think this is a good 2-player, quick, literally 5 minutes.
I think it took a little longer than that.
Really? It felt like it was 5 minutes to go through and try to kill off the other person.
This is a 2-player game. Most Button Shy games are solo, but this is not a solo game. So just be aware of that if you decide to pick it up.
Yeah.
And this kind of wraps up the week of Button Shy. This has been fun.
It has
These been quick 5-10 minute videos, and we hope you've enjoyed the journey. And just remember, no matter how you play, whether it's solo, with family, or friends,
enjoy whatever games you are bringing and whatever people you're killing to the table.
He's horrible. Have a great night.
Bye.